Hi guys, it's Janice from Welcome to Shavalot. How are you all doing today? Thank you so much for joining me on. I am streaming using StreamYard, and I am live on Facebook on my Shavalot private group, which anyone can join. It's a free um, group for whomever wants to create with me, and I have my business page, Welcome to Shavalot, which I'm having lots of problems with, so don't know if it's going live on there today. I hope so. And I am also live on YouTube. So wherever I'm not live because of some issues with Facebook, I will repost the YouTube video. So what I'm doing today, first thing I need to talk to you about is my earrings, because I stole these from, I don't know if you can see them. See them? They are little avocados, and they are sold in my store. And I have Kate Martin. She is the artist who creates these earrings and lots of other earrings. Beautiful sterling silver, brass, copper. These are enamel. And they're in my store every day, and every day I look at them. Hi, Island Heart Vintage. How are you? Thank you so much for joining. So every day they're in my store, every day I walk by them, every day I want them. So I thought today is the day for my life to celebrate coming back into the world of furniture painting. Valentine's Day is over. No more holidays for a while. So we're back to DIY paint and furniture. And Kate, I will put these on our, I'm not going to steal them from you. I will definitely. They're mine now because they're in my ear, so they'll be on your account at the end of the month. So I posted a video of Kelly Weiler, Girl Upcycled Studio, and good, good for you. I'm good to see you. Good to see you too. So Kelly Weiler, I know I've been talking about her a lot lately, but she has. I joined her creative studio's private Facebook group, which is a paid subscription. And I feel really connected to her art. Her art has really been inspiring me more than anything that ever has inspired me before. I'm painting almost every day based on her tutorials. So if you could check her out, she also obviously has her regular Facebook page, Girl Upcycled Studio. If you check her out, you'd really enjoy her work. But out of the other day, I was watching her, and out of the corner, like she was like me, and then way in the back, there was this little yellow table with drippy goodness on it, and I couldn't really see the whole thing, but I really liked it. So I came to my studio and I painted this table yellow, and I started dripping things on it. And I put the Bohemian, this is the Bohemian IOD transfer. It's Bohemian, it's like trimmings of this Bohemian look. And then I did some drippiness. And it's horrible. It's really, really bad. And since then, I found out that she actually has a tutorial on her Facebook page, her free Facebook page, of how she did it. So now what I need to do today is make this not look horrible. She did not have this transfer on it, but we can work around that. I hope you guys can see me okay. Let me know if you can see me. If you're on, let me know you're here. What I did was terrible, and so I have to redo it, and I'm redoing it with you guys because I know that anything that we mess up with paint, we can fix it. So the first base was Queen Bee. I just did the whole thing with Queen Bee. Kelly's, she did Queen Bee, but she also blended in some liquid sunshine. I did not do that, but we have a way to fix that later with some white wax. Her flowers, so the other colors we'll be using today are Kissing Booth. I made mine with Carnival Red, and that was wrong. So it looks like some, blood dripping down here. it just looks like like a horror film. So I think so. She used Kissing Booth, so I'm like, oh, maybe I will change mine to Kissing Booth. And she painted little floral leaves. I did not do that. She used Fancy Farm Girl. I actually had some on hand, so I used Fancy Farm Girl. She added in some Cowgirl Coral, and she added in boho blue, and then she let them drink. So, guys, what's necessary for us today is paint any colors. These are just, I'm going to copy her completely. You need your continuous spray mist bottle, and you need your fingers, girls, because Kelly Wilder loves to paint boho flowers with her fingers. And I'm so happy about that because I just think that when I was younger, well, that's a long story. I'll get into another day, but it's okay to paint with your fingers, guys. So I have my, excuse me, I have to get a tissue. Hold on. I don't know why. Every time I come into my studio, my store, my nose starts to run. I don't know what that means. But so if you can see, um, uh, also it's so funny because I was close, just from seeing it from afar, I was close, but definitely not close enough. So I was painting these flowers with my brush. So I'm gonna put some Kissing Booth on my finger, like that. Maybe that's too much. I gotta start off slow, you guys, because I haven't done this before. And I'm going to go over these flowers with Kissing Booth and just kind of make them look like little flowers with your fingers. See how easy that is? And also, there was no rhyme or reason to my flowers. So Kelly actually thought about the flow of the flowers. So she did not put them all over the top like I did. Um, so I'm not going to change what I've done as far as the bee thing being on top. I'm going to keep them there. But now I got to really think about placement. So I think since I have these on the top, I'll bring it all the way around, up and down, kind of like uh, I don't know, like a roller coaster, trellis. I don't. So I'm gonna make some flowers with my fingers, and I know you can't really see too well. Let me know if the lighting's okay. I left it a little dark so that the light wasn't too bright. But see, just by doing those little dots with your fingers, let me bring it a little closer. Oh, where did it go? Sometimes I just still don't understand the camera angles, but that's okay. So just by putting these little dots, just by your fingerprints, you can make these, and it's okay to do that. You don't have to. I didn't realize that really that it was okay to do that, but it is, and it's so much fun, and it's very, very, very fast, I find. So let me think about my flow. So I'm going to have some here because they're already there. I have to fix them, but they're already there. We're going to go down, up. I'm ending up probably having more flowers than Kelly has. I guess I don't have to have them. Yeah, I can have spaces in between the flowers. And they don't have to be perfectly round. And just kind of go where your mind is telling you to go, where your fingers where they wanna travel. Just kind of go with it. That. Already it looks better, right? So I'm kind of going up, around. Well, really isn't too perfect. But then, now the way the way Kelly did it was she went up, she went down, I think, of course, and down the leg. I can't quite do that. I mean, I guess I could, but I'm going to not do the exact same design. Where did I put that? Up. And I'm going to, so I've got some large bouquets here. So I'll continue with that, with the kissing booth. I'll cover up that carnival red with the kissing booth. Make the flowers a little bit more distinct, saving room because I know that I'm going to be doing some some greenery. I did have some boho blue on here. We'll do that, but that's the last color we will add is the boho blue. So I'll do those across. I'm gonna work on the ones on top. Did you get a chance to see? I think the video that I posted was the next day when she did the waxes, and I posted that one because I'm going to be doing the same thing tomorrow when this all dries. And the way she did her waxes was just beautiful. Like they really came out really gorgeous. The color she used, shipwrecked. She used clear wax, shipwrecked. She used dark wax as well as white wax. So she used a lot of the waxes. Great tutorial there if you want to learn a little bit more about waxes. I'm just trying to make this. I think the kissing booth is a great idea. I had some issues here. I don't know if you can see that because I was wetting it a real lot before it was really dry, and a lot of the paint, then I went in and I sanded, and a lot of the paint scraped off. So that wasn't cool. But it's that too. So just going in, putting in a couple of flowers. Really boho style flowers. Won't do too much on, no, maybe I will. Because this table itself could be a nightstand. It also could be just a separate standalone, like a plant stand. It's really small. So all of the sides could be visual, where it depends on where you place it. So you got to think about, you know, where somebody might place this so that the art would be, you know, all around. You could see it all around. I won't do anything on the back yet because I don't want this to dry. We just did a little bit more. So we covered up the carnival red with the kissing booth and the finger painting flowers. All right, so give that a little bit of a chance to dry, and then we will go in with the Fancy Farm Girl. Hi, Luann. Pretty. Can't wait to see the total transformation. Good. Thank you, Luann. Thank you so much for joining. You're on Facebook. Island Heart Vintage on YouTube. Randy's here. And driving, listening. Dead to run. But thank you so much, Luann, for stopping by. This, when you're finger painting, is important. It's important to clean off your finger, just like it is important to clean off your brushes, because you don't want to muddy. Got to get that kissing booth off my finger. so I don't muddy it, because the next color we're going to do is the leaves. We're going to do the Fancy Farm Girl. I love Fancy Farm Girl. Do you guys love Fancy Farm Girl? Have you any of you guys tried Fancy Farm Girl? I did a live a while back. It's really ooey gooey and thick right now. I love it. Where I was, my very first time using Fancy Farm Girl was when I painted that big huge face in my dining room, and I fell in love with the color. And most every time something calls for green, I use Fancy Farm Girl. So now what we're gonna do, I'm a little nervous. I've never done this before. I love doing things for the first time with you guys. I don't know why. It just makes me more braver. So I've got some Fancy Farm Girl on my finger. I don't know how to do this. And I'm gonna just, oh, ta-da! I'm gonna just add what could be leaves. And really, guys, that all that is like is a half a fingerprint. So if you want to make it a little bigger, and a lot of this stuff is going to get overlaid with other, like with the waxes and with more color. So I'm just putting some leaves on it. So let me know in the comments if any of you guys, hi Elizabeth Brandley, Janice, can you, oh gosh, I need my glasses. And I'm so close to this, but I still can't see it. I thought I brought them with me. Huh. Can you this paint on clay? Of course, clay pots, yes. Liz, spring is coming, and I'm already thinking about the clay pots and how we're gonna use the DIY paint and the IOD transfers and the IOD molds to decorate the clay pots for the spring. We've got some really interesting, let me show you. I'll be right back. We have some really interesting stamps. See this? This is the IOD stamps. And what you can do is you can paint the clay pots, and you could put, if you wanted, there's so many different things you can do. But a simple thing is to just stamp on one of, a design like this on the top. But like I said, there's so many things you can do on the pots. And so I'll be doing some tutorials on that coming up. And you can use the DIY clay, and you can seal the clay so that the paint so that it can withstand being outside. And it's all natural paint, so it should not hurt the plants. Kate here, just got home and tuned in. So Kate is the jewelry artist that I was just talking about. Kate, look what I have on. Recognize your avocado beautiful earrings? I couldn't resist. I had to get them, so they'll be on your statement the end of the month. My friend, her husband came in and bought the avocado earrings that you had just brought in with the squiggly sterling hangy thing. He bought those for her for Valentine's Day, so that's another sale that you had, girlfriend. And then I was with her. I was with them the night that he got them, and she had them on, and I said, I need a pair. So this morning, today when I came in, I bought them. I purchased your last pair of avocado earrings in the store. I know you have more. So if you could bring some more in, that would be great. So what we're doing is we're making a boho floral design on this. I'm calling it a nightstand, but it's really, you could use it as a plant stand. You could put it anywhere. Right now we're using the Fancy Farm Girl, which is one of my favorite DIY colors. It's definitely my favorite green of DIY. It's definitely my favorite green. It's called Fancy Farm Girl. I was just putting on some greenery on those florals. So it's looking better already than it looked before, I think. It's probably not going to look as good as Kelly's Girl Upcycled Studio, but you love the avocado earrings. My avocados, how cool. Randy, you got me these avocado earrings for Valentine's Day, just so you know. Me and my friend Liz both got the same earrings for Valentine's Day. So I'm using my fingers to cover up the artwork that I had on there before. I'm just adding some leaves. Teeny weeny bit of paint. This paint, you guys, $13 for the small jar, 8-ounce jar. It's called the sample size. And look at me. I'm just using very little. An open jar of DIY paint will last you quite a long time. If you're painting a full piece of furniture, they're saying that this 8-ounce jar will paint a small bureau or a small desk. Really enjoying doing this with my fingers though, you guys. Have any of you painted with your fingers? Please let me know how much you love it. So she was dripping. I don't know what I'm going to do about this section right here. I might have to put another floral in there to cover that up. Oops, I'm putting a leaf on. I thought I was putting floral on. Okay, that's all right. We can put a leaf there. And another leaf here. Wrap this leaf around. Yeah, it's looking better already, guys. I love it. I'm just working with the leaves right now. I might go in and put on some more flowers. If you think I need more flowers, let me know. What do you think? What do you think? Do you think I should add more flowers here? So this is the one side. It's a lot. There's a lot of flowers on this side, guys. See? And it goes around, and I just did them on the edges and on the sides here. Nothing in the middle, which I don't think I want anything in the middle. The waxes will come into play, so it won't end up being really plain once we start adding the waxes tomorrow. But I love this little flower all by herself, but I have a leaf here, so I might need to have to do another one here. And this drippiness that I did before, I don't know what's going to happen with that. So let's add some. Okay, so that's good. I need to add some more flowers. So I'm going to clean my fingers. Look at that. It's like it's already drying on my finger. The clay is already drying. So you're going to clean off. You're going to clean off your fingers just like you would a brush. And then we'll get back to the Fancy Farm Girl. Are you going to have a class? Would love that. Liz, what do you mean? Would you want a class for the clay pots? I would love that too. I'm really trying to get the classes. I'm really trying to get the classes going. It's kind of slow to get the classes going because COVID, I guess. And so I'm gonna swag this one, just lightly skim the transfer and go back up. So yeah, so I have almost looks like a sunflower, doesn't it? That one. I have submitted my COVID plan. So we are allowed to have classes as far as the Rhode Island regulations. I just, you know, you have to submit a plan as to how you handle COVID when you're having people in your store. And for me, it is the amount of people I'm allowed to have in my store and the masks. We need to wear our masks. And take your temperature when you walk through the door, just a little swipe of a little, you know, thingy. And that's pretty much it. It's pretty much as if they don't take your temperature when you walk into a restaurant, but this isn't a restaurant. It's a, you know, it's a retail and a class. So those are the rules that I've submitted, and they are fine. Yes, I would really enjoy that. I have no, yes, you do, girlfriend. I've had oh, you've had COVID and you've been vaccinated. Well, is that good? I guess that's good. Were you really sick with the COVID, or how sick were you? Is that a bad question to ask? Um, the Fancy Farm Girls, guys, the leaves have really made this thing really pop. I did not know why I wasn't thinking they were flowers. When I saw this piece in the way back of Kelly working, I thought she was just dripping. I didn't realize that they were flowers because it was really far away until I watched her do her live, and I was like, oh gosh, of course they're flowers. Why didn't I think of that? And I mean, in the end, I started making them flowers with my brush. So I guess at one point I was thinking flowers, but I don't know. Yeah, Liz. No, very mild. Oh, good. I'm glad. And you got vaccinated. Uh, I haven't gotten vaccinated yet. I'm, you know, I know that there's, you know, they're vaccinating the elderly, the people in the front lines, and you know, I might be elderly, but maybe not yet. Maybe I got a little bit of time left. That makes me feel kind of good. All right, so I'm just going to, so that's enough flowers. Now I'm gonna clean off my finger. Yeah, I can do that, Liz. I can definitely do that. How about we create a class in like March or April? Right now I have a couple of classes scheduled. Um, I'd like to show you what it is at my classes. So the class that I have scheduled is also by Kelly Weiler of Girl Upcycled Studio. Because I have joined her paid group, her subscription group, I am allowed to, she teaches classes, and I can then teach those classes to in my community. I can't teach them live. I can't do this class for you guys live like I'm doing this furniture piece, but the chatter and splatter classes are hers, and we're allowed to teach them only to our community, not live. So this is the butterfly. It's a large painting. Everyone has an easel. This is painted with palette knives, not brushes. And it's all DIY paints, and you go home with a beautiful painting. This is one, I've done 2 of them so far. This is the first one, very first one that I did. And I didn't really follow the directions very well. As you can see, the wings are a little off. And then the second time I followed the directions better, and the butterfly is a little bit more, you know, the shape it's supposed to be. So I've got 2 classes scheduled for that. And if people have said that they are interested in going, so when I put an event out on my Facebook page, you can choose whether you're going or whether you are interested. And I have a class coming up this week, Wednesday morning at 11 o'clock. And due to COVID, I'm only allowed 5 people in my classroom. I have a 1,500 square foot space in my store, which you can have 1 person every 100 square feet. So that allows me 15 people at any one time in my store. But my classroom is partitioned off by a wall, so I just divide it by that space, the space of my classroom. And I think my classroom is about 600 square feet. So including me, that's 6 people. So I allow 5 students in my classroom, and it's very roomy in there. There's no problem with keeping your social distance. And sometimes just a little leaf is nice, like just a dot. Like you don't have to always like do these big leaves. You can just do little dots too, kind of like hiding behind the flower. So I guess what I was saying was, if anyone, perfect, so pretty. I work at a hospital. We are all able to get, because even though I'm not front lines, I am considered essential. No, very much. Well, good, Liz. Now, no reactions at all. You're not speaking another language. I saw those things on TV where they have on Facebook, or they have the shot and all of a sudden they speak in Russian or something. But yeah, I'm looking at that. This is an exciting time, guys. It makes me feel like, oh yeah, maybe we'll get back to normal soon. It's been a long time. I started this whole business in my basement last March when we got quarantined. And I don't know why I started painting in my basement. I just did, and now I have my own store. It's almost a year, and so much has changed, good and bad for people. And whoa, why does it sound like this? Do you hear that? It must be the clay. The clay is, oh boy. Yeah, look at, can you see? My paint has turned to clay. Wow. That's because I did not close it completely. And I'm surprised because and I haven't used it in a real long time. So the air, when it gets in there, will dry up the clay. So now you can see the clay. It's so cool. So all you do in that situation is, all right, I know this water's a little dirty, but I'm just gonna pour a little bit of water in there. And I'm just gonna mix it up. Well, I might be too clayey at this point. Just felt like I had a good workout, but not the results of one. Well, I don't want to spend too much time doing this because this is gonna need, this one, yeah. I haven't used, see, this is what I mean. Cowgirl Coral wasn't in keeping with the holidays. It wasn't a Christmas color. It wasn't really a Valentine's color. So poor Cowgirl Coral got stuck not being used because I was too busy not painting furniture or canvases, and poor Cowgirl Coral got all dried up. But I can still get some on my finger. See, I just moistened it up. In order for it to get to it the other way, it's gonna need some time. So let's bring it closer. Let's brighten these flowers up with some Cowgirl Coral. Not too much though. Let's start this over again. Hold on. Get down in there where the paint is. Okay. And just kind of soften up this kissing booth. Might have to get another jar, you guys. This is like, this is not good. I should have checked it before I came on. All right, I got a lot on my finger. We'll see what happens. So just kind of soften up these flowers with Cowgirl Coral. But because it's so wet now, I gotta go get another jar. I'm sorry, guys. Hold on. Okay, I got another jar of Cowgirl Coral. I got the bigger, the 16 ounce, because I'm gonna start. I love Cowgirl Coral, and I'm gonna start using Cowgirl Coral a lot again. And there we go. Beautiful, clean. This is how it comes. Can you see that beautiful color? I'm just gonna put a little bit of color. There we go. It's not so washed out this time. So some Cowgirl Coral to soften up these flowers. Also give them a little bit of texture, some depth. So you've got the kissing booth. Giving you the darker color, giving you the depth. And then the Cowgirl Coral is the top, upper layer. Yeah, we're just dabbing it on with our fingers, guys. So easy. Use hot water. Yeah, we're gonna have to get that because there's a lot in there. So we're gonna have to get that. We're gonna have to bring that cowgirl coral back to life. That's for sure. Um, just putting in. So this is nice. It's nice, easy, relaxing way to paint furniture. Get a really, really boho floral look going, which I know is pretty popular with us girls from Rhode Island. I don't know why I think that. Maybe that's popular in every state, and I only know about Rhode Island, but I know some of my girlfriends, they're loving the boho. I do too, and you wait. Kelly is a lot of boho, and there's a painting of hers that I watched her do yesterday. It was so cool, and I can't wait to do that one. But for now, our classes are the butterfly, the mermaid. We're making the mermaid, and I'll get a clay pots one going for the spring. And Bob, I've got a schedule for Bob Gallo because Bob Gallo is has a class coming where he does his lamp. His lamps are really cool. I'll go get one. See ya. So these are the lamps that Bob Gallo makes out of wood, and it's a bowl jar, and uh, you can turn it on somehow. There's a button. Oop, I don't want to break it, but there's little fairy lights in there, so you could turn it on. Bob's at work today, so he's not here to help me, but Bob has been such a great person to have around in my studio and in my store. Whoops. If I can do it now. There we go. Now it's on. Can you see the fairy light? So that's a class. Um, I'm planning that class for next week. So I'm gonna put some covers on this paint, you guys. And I'm gonna start dripping. Don't leave because the dripping part's coming up. Have I been on for 45 minutes? Seriously? You guys, I'm so slow. I really am. But we're gonna start dripping. I gotta do that part. Now, we're gonna start dripping and then we're gonna add the boho. So not the boho, yeah, the boho glue. So we're gonna start dripping. We'll start with this side. And oh no, first, before we start dripping, we're gonna just kind of, oh wow, this stuff is dried really fast. I'm gonna just kind of soften up some of these harsh lines. We're just gonna soften this up. I'm not try not to muddy them. I don't want to muddy them. I want to I don't want these colors to blend. I just want to I just want to soften up some of these lines. Kind of smudge them a little bit, just around the edges. And I keep my spray far away from the paint so it's not getting too much water. Kind of soften up the edges. Just blotting a little bit because I don't want too much of the color to be, don't want a blend going. So this, I painted this piece, this piece with the queen bee. It was like a week ago, so I don't have to worry about these colors blending in, you know, with the um, queen bee. I'm sorry. I was I was just really into what I'm doing here. Kind of fun. I've never really done this before. This softening the edges with my finger before. It's kind of cool. So we want to make it so it's not so harsh. See how I'm just kind of taking my finger and I'm just bringing some of the colors out. Wiping my finger so I don't muddy, I don't bring the green over to the pink. I'm not doing the drippies yet, guys, so that's why I'm just kind of, it's up to you if you want to let those drippies go, but right now I'm just trying to focus on blurring those edges. Keeping my paper cloth right here. That was good because that allowed me to get rid of that red smudge that I had there that I wasn't too thrilled with. So now I don't have to worry about that, fixing that anymore. That's gone now. I wonder if I can do that with this. And almost to the drippy part. We're gonna still working on smudging, blurring these lines, not too much water. Clean finger. It's a lot of fun. I'm really enjoying this. It's relaxing me. It is, I get to talk to you guys, get a beautiful piece of furniture out of it. I will be having this for sale. This will be for sale in my store. Um, Got it. I'm gonna smooth these out. So how's everybody doing? Deb Pilardi, hello. Gorgeous, thank you. Deb Pilardi, I miss you, girlfriend. When are you gonna come and visit me? You're not far. I'm in Pawtucket. My studio is in Pawtucket. And I know you are. Deb is a creative. Deb is an author. Deb writes books. And I think that because you write books, that you could paint with me. Okay, Deb, why don't you come paint with me someday and come here and we'll talk and we'll go live and we'll paint together. Deb, are you still there? That would be hysterical. You need to. Deb is really funny. She's also a comedian. She's also a comedian. Like she goes around town and does comedy. So that would be a blast. I even invited you on here before I remembered that you were a comedian because I knew you were fun and funny before, but now you're getting paid to be funny. So that means you really are funny. So if you'd like to do that with me, whoop, let me know. I don't know what I'm seeing here. I'm seeing lots of darkness. I think that is the uh, color underneath the queen bee. What am I doing? Oh, I'm blurring. I'm blurring. So it's just getting that way because it's wet when it dries. Okay, so I'm using this finger for the pink, or I've learned now. So this finger for the pink, and now I'll use this finger for the green. Just kind of blur these edges. You never want in this boho shabby chic world, you never want edges that are too harsh. I'm switching fingers, guys, using my middle finger to blur the pink, and I'm using this, my pointer finger, to blur the green. Well, I didn't really blur the cowgirl coral much, did I? But that's okay, because we still have another step. Okay, so that's, all right, so that's that. That's that step. What do you think so far, guys? What do you think so far, guys? You liking it? This needs something. This needs another flower. Got my kissing booth. And just do it like that. All right, we'll let that dry a little bit, and then we'll put some cowgirl coral on it. All right, so we're going to go back to this side. right, the first side that we always go to. And we're going to start doing some drippies. So the way I'm going to start doing some drippies is I'm going to get a brush. Well, I'm going to get a brush, so I'm not my fingers anymore. I'm going to get a brush, and I'm going to get my, I think I'm going to wet the brush. You guys, so I'm going to wet the brush. And I'm going to dip a little bit of it, a very little bit. I'm going to go right into where we already have. I'm going to help move the drippies along by adding some water. By adding some water to that paint. And eventually it's going to start dripping down. See? Now the reason why I'm not just spraying it, if I were just spraying it, it would just keep blurring everything again. So I want to just kind of focus on, I actually want to focus a little bit on where I want these drippies to be. And so I'm just getting it a little wet. Now what it's doing is, see what it's doing? It's stopping at the transfer. I'm not loving that. So I'm just going to force some drippies to come over this transfer. So see, now we're going to have some. Get some drippies. So I'm just going along. I'm gonna try to do it. Try not to take too much time. And I'm going to do all the colors. Some green dripping in there. There we go. And spray it. Force those drippies. Come on, drippies. I don't want to wet it too much because when I wet it a lot last time, I was having an issue with the queen bee coming off. So, oh, we need another pink flower right here. So I'm going to add another flower there. Oh, am I going to use my fingers? I forgot. Add a flower here. Yeah, that was pretty. And I'll spray it. That red come down with the pink. Oh, sorry. Oh. And we'll go on this side. It looks a little messy right now, you guys, and it makes sense that it looks messy because we're still in that. I mean, we've got a lot of layers on here, which is good. But once it dries and we get the waxes on it, tomorrow, it's going to be amazing if it looks like anything like my inspiration. is going to look amazing. These flowers, these finger flowers, I just love them. The finger flowers, seriously, as they are drying, they look so realistic. They look more and more like a rose than I ever really expected that they would. So this one needs some, I'll wait and do that in a bit when we get the cowgirl coral. Do that. We'll work on it. Yeah, this got a little dark. I think it's because the clay is absorbing the water. So this is a clay-based paint, you guys, and as you saw with that cowgirl coral, it absorbs, it's very porous, I think is the word, and it absorbs the moisture. So, and when the clay gets wet, it gets a lot darker. There's my neighbors walking by. Mike Bryce, he's my neighbor at Hope Artist Village. And Mike Bryce is a very talented artist and extremely well known in the state of Rhode Island and probably other states as well. But he is a wonderful neighbor to have. Since I just moved in, he's been here for, I think, 7 years. So, yeah, a wonderful neighbor to have. And he's very talented, and it's been fun to watch him work. Okay. So, there we go with the red, with the pink drippies. I'm almost done for the day, you guys. This side right here is looking, I just love this side. That side is looking really good. Before I drip some more, I don't want to forget that we are putting in some, Bohemian Blue, which is a very, very dark teal. It's very dark though. I mean, but you can see it's blue, but it has the greenish tones to it. So, and it comes out really fast. That's my FIFO bottle, you guys. All right, so I'm gonna put, okay, I'm nervous because I'm really loving the way this is coming out right now. But what the boho blue is going to do with this dark color is it's going to just give it more of a base. It's going to be like more depth. So I think I'm going to put it on with my paintbrush, you guys, because I'm a little nervous. So I'm going to clean my brush. Whoop, whoop, where did I put the water? Oh, it's up here. Let me clean my brush. I've been on for an hour and 4 minutes. Hello, you guys. Hi, everybody out there. Whoever's watching, please say hello. If you catch this on the replay, I'd appreciate it if you say hello and let me know you were here. And here's the boho blue, you guys. And I'm going to take very little. And I'm just going to think about this for a moment. Where did she put it? I don't remember where she put it. So I have to use my own mind. Okay. Let's start off with this one. I think I'm just gonna tap it wherever and not even think about it. I think that's probably the best way to do it, is to just not even think about it. That is called intuitive painting. You just kind of not think about it. This is going to give it some, this is going to give these florals some depth. Leaves too. I don't want to put too much on, but I know that they need it. I know they need it. And everything dries a little lighter than it goes on dark. And as it dries a little lighter, you guys. So I was going to remember that. It looks really messy and dirty now because of the water is not dry. But when the water dries, it's going to look amazing. And the Bohemian transfer looks pretty cool too, if you ask me. It's all coming together. See how the boho blue just kind of brings it all together. So thank you so much for watching and being here with me, you guys. I really appreciate it. And I'm right here on Main Street in Pawtucket at Hope Artist Village. My hours are very hard to determine, but I'm here pretty much every day. And my business hours are generally Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Hi, Kate. We definitely stop in to see it finished. I love watching the whole process. Hi, Kate. Hi, adorable repurposables. Repurples. I'm really sorry. I can't talk because I can't see. Because I don't have my glasses on. Repurposed. Something like that. I've seen you on. Oh, this is the flower that I've not really. See how light this green is now? Remember when I put the Fancy Farm Girl on there, how dark it was? And look how light it's become. So I think I need a little bit more water on my brush. Yeah, a little bit of water on my brush. I'm gonna add Boho blue to these roses. Let's see if we can get let's see. Hey guys, stay on, stay on, stay on. See see, that was him walking by. And then we have, yeah, look at that. Did you see that? That really looks good. This paint responds really, really well to water. We got some drippies going on. We got some boho blue dripping. I don't want to lose my florals though. I just want to add to them. I don't want to overpower them. Just kind of putting it in the middle, around the edges. That. And then we take the bottle and we squirt it and let them drip. See that? Did you see that drip? All right, there they go. Don't want to over wet it because, like I said, the clay will get totally reactivated and because it's not sealed yet. We're going to seal it tomorrow. Okay. So that is about it, you guys. I was on here for an hour and 10 minutes, which is a long time. I hope you like it. Let me stand back so maybe you can see the whole chair. Whoops. Oh. So you can see the whole chair. So you can see where I did this before. I put some color in here. I might paint over that with the Queen Bee because I don't like that so much anymore. But you can see the flowers. When I first walked into this store today and saw this table and realized I had said I was going to fix it, I didn't think I was going to be able to. That's how bad it looked. But now that we've worked through it and I followed, look at that, you guys. You gotta see this. I gotta bring you up really close. Look at how, so we used Kissing Booth, Cowgirl Coral, Fancy Farm Girl, and Boho Blue. But look at how the Cowgirl Coral, look at that. That looks like a real rose. Look at how the Cowgirl Coral really works with the Kissing Booth. It's stunning. I love it. I'm not saying mine is going to look as good as Kelly's, but it's not bad for the first time. And I'm just so excited to be learning from her. So there it is, you guys. And I'll be back tomorrow to do the waxing. Not sure what time, but 2 o'clock, if hopefully 2 o'clock is good. Hi, Valerie. Just joining you. What a pretty table. Thank you, Valerie. This is inspired by Girl Upcycled Studio, Kelly Weiler. I used her complete tutorial to make these finger painted flowers on this nightstand and have them drip and all of that. You can catch the whole thing on the replay, and if you're on the replay, ask any questions that you may have, and I know that I'm going to be, I'll answer them. I'll be checking, and I'll be back tomorrow to do the waxes, and then this piece might be finished, so that would be really cool. So thanks for joining, guys. Have a great day, and we'll talk to you soon. Thanks. Bye, Valerie. Bye, everybody.